My name is Alejandro Zarate, and on October 18th, 1994, I was born in Salinas, California. Having spent most of my life surrounded by agriculture, it has always been normal for me to look outside my window and see vegetable fields. I have always wanted to be part of agriculture because everywhere I would look, and almost everyone I knew worked in agriculture. The Salinas Valley, also known as the Salad Bowl of the world, is located in Central California and has been known as being a fast-paced, booming industry. Production is always happening year-round, and usually 3 seasons of crops are grown. In the 1800s, irrigation paved the way for lettuce, sugar beet, and other vegetable crops. This summer, I worked for a company called the Rigo Bros of California that is located all throughout the Salinas Valley. I did the hard labor, and my job specifically was irrigation. We would prepare the soil for seeding, and we would lay down aluminum irrigation pipe once the field was planted. As an irrigator, I was in charge of watering the recently planted field throughout the season until it would be mature enough to be harvested by a crew. I was able to see how quickly produce is grown in the Salinas Valley. Almost all of the produce that I worked with was conventional and was regularly sprayed. Large amounts of nitrogen fertilizers were applied almost every time I irrigated in order to increase crop yields. Regularly, I would work 80 hours a week with no days off, 12 hours a day, Monday through Saturday, and on Sundays, we would work 8 hours. I have also worked as a pest control advisor assistant, walking fields like broccoli, lettuce, cauliflower, mustard, and cactus. Currently, there are excessive amounts of nitrates in the Salinas Valley groundwater due to the large amount of agricultural fertilizer applications in the area. Small traces of fertilizers that contain nitrogen leach down into the groundwater, ending up in our drinking water. There are currently 2 stakeholders when it comes to nitrogen-contaminated water in the Salinas Valley. There are farmers who apply large amounts of nitrogen in order for them to increase crop yields. And on the other hand, we have regulatory agencies like the Environmental Protection Agency, also known as the EPA, who regulate farmers and want to protect the environment as well as animals. Populations that live around agriculture areas are exposed to the highest level of nitrogen. Currently, there are some areas where the groundwater is contaminated with nitrogen anywhere between 30 to 50%. There have been health effects associated with ingesting nitrogen-contaminated water that can cause various cancers. 90% of the groundwater is used for drinking in rural populations. Over-irrigation causes leaching through the soil profile, and it is common for a farmer to apply fertilizer no matter how normal the rainy season is. 72% of the water quality problem is attributed to the agriculture. Researchers have gathered that drinking groundwater that passes 10 milligrams per liter could cause serious health effects. There are 3 ways that nitrogen enters the soil: organic matter, atmosphere, and inorganic fertilizer. Inorganic fertilizers are in the form of ammonia and goes through the nitrification to become a nitrate, so the plant could uptake the nutrient. Whatever gets volatilized goes back into the atmosphere, and what's denitrified leaches down to the groundwater. Currently, there are solutions that are taking place in order to suppress this problem. There is technology that checks for nitrate levels within the soil. Applying cover crops helps the reduction of leaching and could also absorb it from the soil. Understanding the type of fertilizer application method could also be crucial. Reduction of tillage prevents leaching and erosion. Also, keeping fertilizer applicators and individuals informed of the importance of proper application. Nitrogen contamination is a big problem in groundwater. However, it could be suppressed when using practices that help reduce nitrogen leaching.